Gentlemen here at TaxSaleAcademy.com. Thank you so much for joining me on today's live stream here on YouTube. Guys, I wanted to take a moment to shoot a live stream with you today and to kind of give you an idea about how to really fast track your success to the experience level. You know, really everything nowadays requires experience. For some reason, I'm getting targeted with like ads and stuff like that. And the deal is that even those ads for like janitors or whatever the position is, like everything requires experience nowadays. Well, as a tax sale investor, do you really need experience? Sorry about the background noise. Do you really need experience? Well, the truth is you don't have to have experience. There's no prerequisite that says you have to have experience as a real estate investor or developer or whatever it is before you can actually become a tax sale investor. But experience can be a huge benefit and really a huge bonus for you, when you're getting involved in this business. Now, the deal is when you have experience, it can allow you to figure out and to take advantage of an opportunity that is right in front of your eyes, an opportunity that you might potentially otherwise just overlook and not even think twice about. It could mean the difference between an insanely profitable investment and an investment that, just doesn't make a whole lot of money, right? Now, I know what you're thinking. I have zero experience. Like, I'm just getting into this tax sale thing. I completely understand that. Guys, I get it. I had zero experience when I started. Heck, everybody has zero experience as a tax sale investor when they're first starting off. But the good news is you can gain this experience, and you can gain it relatively easily. That's what we're going to discuss in today's live stream. And you can also get it without years and years worth of investments, and you can also get it without needing to invest your hard-earned money and losing money and maybe making a little bit of money to try to figure stuff out as you go, like I had to. So really, you can get this experience three different ways. This is what I consider like the fast track to tax sale experience without investing your money. Now, before I go over each one of these, I highly suggest that you utilize all three. Use every single one of these different methods in some sort of combination, and then maybe you can figure out your own ways to get experience as well. All right, so here's how you can gain tax sale experience as a beginning investor that will allow you to help succeed. The first step is to go through the motions. That's right, just go for it. Do it. Become an investor, except don't invest a single dime. That's right, be an investor and don't invest a single dime. Like, it probably doesn't make sense, right? So here's what I mean. Go through all the motions exactly like you would as if you're investing every single dime that you have. Determine your market areas, educate yourself, learn about the process a particular city or county uses. Go get their auction list, review that auction list, analyze it, then research it. Research every single property. Determine the properties that, right off the bat you want to skip. Determine the properties that will, that you need to put more time in. Maybe you have to make some phone calls to the city or the county. Maybe you have to search public records thoroughly to figure out what's going on with a specific piece of property. Figure out the properties that you like. Figure out the ones you don't like. And then compile all that information into a spreadsheet of some sort. Then grab that spreadsheet and head to your auction, right? Go ahead. You can even register at that auction. Again, you probably aren't going to bid, but go ahead and register. Go through the motion, get your bidder number, listen to the instructions, all that good stuff. Be there and be ready to bid, except don't bid. Follow along the auction. Write down all the sales prices and then make notes of what is going on. Maybe there's a piece of property that you're like, everybody in the room wants this piece of property, and for some reason I overlooked it on my notes, right? Like maybe you said it's worth $1,000 and it sells for $500,000, right? You need to be able to write that kind of stuff down. Maybe there's one person or two people that are buying properties in a specific subdivision. Write all these notes down. Then go home and analyze that list. And then figure out who overpaid, who underpaid, who's going to make lots of money, who's going to lose lots of money. Determine if there's anything that was just strange, didn't add up, didn't make sense. And then go back and research that. If there's a piece of property that you think somebody really overpaid for, figure out if you can determine why that person overpaid. Perhaps you missed something in your research and you didn't value the property correctly. And then do that again and again. Just kind of rinse and repeat, right? Go to another auction, go to another auction, go to another, and then do it over and over and over again. And eventually you'll become very comfortable and familiar with the process, and you'll gain experience without investing a dime. The second one is to get a mentor. A mentor can really help mold and shape you into a successful investor. But here's the deal. If you know a tax sale investor who will mentor you, that's absolutely wonderful. Go for it. Do whatever you can to get in front of them and to kind of pick their brain on how they operate in their specific area. Buy them coffee, buy them lunch. Take full advantage of their knowledge. But also understand that you might not know a tax sale investor in an area that's to you, or if you know one, you might not actually have access to them. They might not want to talk to you. So here's what I recommend. I recommend finding what I refer to as micro mentors. And here's what I mean by that. Find anyone that's in a business related to tax sale investing that can mentor you in their specific discipline. It doesn't necessarily have to be someone that's buying and selling tax defaulted real estate. Perhaps you know an appraiser. Take them out to lunch. Figure out if you can get some tips on how to value some properties easily, that kind of stuff. Maybe you have like a builder and they can help point out some things that you can look for as you drive by the properties. Maybe you have a realtor, they can help you when it comes to that aspect. The fact of the matter is, you probably know somebody right now, whether you realize it or not, that has knowledge and they can help you with that discipline that you can apply to your tax sale business. So I refer to these folks as micro mentors. And then obviously, guys, this is not a sales pitch at all, but if you want a mentorship, you want a program, a process to follow, taxsaleacademy.com. That's the reason we created it, of course, because there's not mentors available for everybody, and we want to help be your mentor. Number 3, use everything as a learning lesson. I had a member of the Academy just a few weeks ago email me. We're going back and forth, and I said, listen, what you really need to do is you need to make sure that you use everything. Use every experience that you have as a learning lesson. When you research properties, use it as a learning lesson. When you drive by properties, when you go to auctions, when you call the county or call the city, when you look at property, when you buy them, when you sell them, everything should be a learning lesson. She's done that. She's going to be successful in no time. And the fact of the matter is, more than 16 years later, I still learned every single day. I was at an auction yesterday, as a matter of fact, yesterday morning, and I was learning stuff there. So you have to look at everything as a learning experience. Every auction you attend, every property you drive, everything you research, all this stuff, they can be wonderful, wonderful learning experiences for you if you look at it that way. Don't just go through the motions of, I'm doing all this stuff so I can buy and sell. No, really dive in, really analyze what you're doing and look at everything as a learning lesson. There's really no better way to gain experience than by learning what you're doing, ahead of time, like before you put your money into a project. So guys, there you have it. You need experience, right? But you can get this experience for free. And those 3 ways that are the most popular ones that I recommend to gain this experience without investing a dime are to be going through the motions, get a mentor, and use everything as a learning lesson. Guys, that's it for today. I really hope you've enjoyed today's live stream here on YouTube. As always, for more information on tax sale investing, head on over to taxsaleacademy.com and you can grab my free book right there. Just pay for shipping and we'll get it out in the mail to you. Again, that's taxsaleacademy.com. Have a great day, folks. Take care. Bye-bye.